Yeah, man. So we had, I guess you can call it a huge earthquake out here about 30 minutes ago. What up with you, Dre? None ya. What's happening with y'all? Oh yeah, so I didn't feel it. Somebody rocked this motherfucker because I don't know, bro. I didn't feel it, thank God, because I am terrified of earthquakes, bro, just like rats. For some reason, when I feel the motherfucking ground moving or see something swinging in the windows and shit, I'm like, oh Lord, is everybody finna die? Building safe? Yeah, my building's good. Thank God I don't live in no big high rise or nothing like that, but my building is good. I haven't heard of no major damages and nothing like that has happened, you know what I'm saying? But of course, they did some news videos and shit like that. What up with the Joey? Stephanie, what's going on with y'all? Cody, what it do, brother? What up, Renee? But yeah, I'm glad I didn't feel it, because I would have been scared in a motherfucker, bro. A 3.1, now that ain't shit. I mean, a lot of people gonna say what we got wasn't nothing. Right? It started at 6.7, then they went down to say, now 6.7, that's damn near a 7. That's bad. And the worst we done ever felt, or at least since I've been in California, the Northridge quake, which was back in 1994, that motherfucker was a 6.8. And that shit tore up a whole lot of stuff, boy. I mean, a whole lot. And scared the shit out of me. There was a time before when we first kind of moved to California. I think I was probably like 7 years old, bro. I was on the toilet taking the shit. I was on the toilet taking the shit, and the earthquake hit, bro. I'm small. I'm a kid. I'm scared. Don't know what the fuck is happening. And we new to California, Mississippi. Down south, we don't have those. So we didn't know what was going on. My grandparents then ran outside looking at shit, trying to see what was going on.
What's happening? It's an earthquake.
And what is crazy is that they sent out a goddamn notification about the earthquake getting ready to hit or some shit like that. They literally put out they sent a text message as if somebody was missing. But you see, they downgraded it to a 5.2. But I didn't hear nothing about no damages and nothing like that, and no, surrounding cities and shit like that. But let's listen to these news folks. Y'all know how they be when they tell it this shit. They try to make it seem like, oh my God, like you could have died.
But did you die?
From here.
We are going to continue covering this earthquake because, as Mark was telling us, initially it was said to be a 6.0, but it's been downgraded a little bit to a 5. What was that, Mark? 5.
Now the U.S. Geological Survey is continuously updating it. They're calling it a 5.2. There's actually been a swarm through the area. We can see now. This is Seismocam of our 5 sensors in Southern California: Anaheim, Long Beach, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, and San Diego. They all felt it. You can see that waveform there. 5.2 is certainly large enough to feel.
No damage has been reported in my area so far.
Looking at the depth here is about 13 kilometers, so about 6-7 miles down. We're not seeing any information, though, about people feeling it in the area, but that system is a self-reporting system. The U.S. Geological Survey maintains a portion of their site where you can voluntarily report to them whether or not you have felt this particular earthquake, and so far no one has reported in yet, but that's not unusual, being that this has just happened. Let's see, they reported it at approximately 8 minutes past the hour, so we're looking at 10:15 now, so it's only about 7 minutes ago that this earthquake was reported. Again, this area is to the northeast. They call it a place called Julian, California, or San Diego Estates.
What's up, Rich?
We're getting some more data from the USGS about this. Again, there's a swarm of smaller earthquakes that appear to have happened also. If you can come out to my screen, you can see that the blue dot in the center, that's the 5.2 that was reported. And then there's the series of smaller ones, all about 2.5, 2.9 in the area. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see there's another one that was just reported here. Again, a 3.0. So a swarm of smaller earthquakes following one large one. to the northeast. This is the city of San Diego here. If I can come up on my map, I got to set up my system here to be able to.
Now, see, I get it. I get it that they got monitors and equipment and stuff like that to monitor faults. But it's just my ignorance that I just don't understand how they even made some shit that knows when an earthquake is about to hit. Movement on the plates. Exactly. What plates? Like, if they know that, is there a way to remove the plates? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did the plates move? You know, like the earth crust and the weather and it gets hot and all that other shit, bro. Like, they haven't figured out how to fix it yet, so we don't have to deal with it? Or is it that they don't want us to not have to deal with it?
And Mark, I want to just interject just because I'm from there and I'm texting with my father, actually, who's in San Diego right now. He's by
listening in to our CBS partners in Los Angeles.
They said, cut that bitch off. She up there talking about she texting and shit while she at work. Ain't you supposed to be telling the news lady? You up there texting.
Who are bringing us that breaking news of a large earthquake hitting in the San.
Yeah, so they gave, you know, bro, it was all like, man, what?
Cut that bitch off.
She tripping, talking about she texting her dad and shit. But old boy said that the plates are floating. So they got plates just out there floating around. Like, are they in the water or they just like the moon and shit just be sitting around? Like, I don't get it, man. I don't know. Mountains are two plates pushing on one another. One goes up, the other goes down, making a peak we see as a mountain. Right. See, now I would just have to have a whole goddamn class on how to learn that shit. I don't know. Like I said, bro, I'm ignorant and a motherfucker when it comes to understanding how earthquakes work. I haven't seen no videos or nothing about any damage that's been done in any, like the cities that where it really was, you know, hard at. But I know my TV's still standing. Like my lamps and shit still up. My pictures are still on the wall. He said Mother Earth is raging on us again. We don't treat her right. Man, I can't agree with that more than I can because that is so true. You know, like this world, this earth, bro, just like y'all motherfuckers is crazy. I know God is tripping. You know, like everything is just looking at us down here like, what in the fuck is wrong with these people? It's like us as parents, we knew we raised our kids up right. And then our kids turned out to be like goddamn like O.J. Simpson or somebody. Look, the fires is for sure because all the Hollywood bullshit that's going on. Diddy done made everything, it's like a domino effect. Diddy started, well, kind of. But after him and all the shit that came out about him, everything started just going down. They're like, yeah, we're going to get all y'all motherfuckers. And look at the areas where the fires was burning at, where all the rich people mainly was at. Where a lot of people that's most likely allegedly involved in a lot of that shit.
How the fuck you know this? I cannot believe it. I don't even know where we at, man. I got a bad memory. How we get up here?
It's pissing me off. Come on.
Enough from the clown.